I wish someone would have slapped me last year. You might think that school girls don't date. If you want to make friends, you cannot do that sitting in your little shell. If you feel that, it's very, very normal. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Vartika. And today we're going to be talking about something that a lot of teenagers, especially teenagers who are in their late teens, struggle with. High school is such a crucial part of your life. And it's something that forms the formative years of your life, and having a good, productive, social, memorable high school life really changes the game for you. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my tips on how to have a good, successful high school journey, or basically your survival guide on high school, from the way your teachers are to the way the people around you start behaving, to the opportunities you get, to the grades, your future career stress, all of that. It's a lot. It happens very quickly, like you don't get a lot of time to get accustomed. So the tips that I'm going to be sharing with you today are going to be really, really helpful. By the end of this video, if you feel like my tips have helped you, please comment down below and let me know. And without further ado, let's get into it. First thing is your social life in high school. It's something you really need to. I'm really sorry if you can hear any vehicle noise in the background. It's not only applicable for high school, I think that's applicable for all phases of your life, especially for high school. When you enter high school, I am assuming 11th and 12th grade, you are entering a new stream or you are entering a new school altogether. And that is very, very daunting because you don't know most people around you. You're very apprehensive of what will happen, of if you'll ever make friends. I spoke to a few of my friends who changed schools, and one of their biggest fears was just missing out, just not being able to make friends, not fitting in. And trust me, if you feel that, it's very, very normal. Every high schooler feels that. Even I have felt that most of my 11th grade. I still do. What you can do to help the situation, firstly, you have to understand that it's very normal. It happens to everyone. You're not alone. And secondly, you have to get out of your comfort zone. If you want to socialize, if you want to make friends, you cannot do that sitting in your little shell, and you have to understand that. You have to reach out to people around you. You have to start talking to them. If you think that you'll just sit on your seat every day and study or whatever and then come back home and then you naturally find a friends group, that doesn't happen 99% of times. You have to reach out, or someone will have to reach out to you or talk to you about something. That is how friendships form. So making friends, socializing, talking to people helps you relieve a lot of that stress. Interacting with people around you also kind of makes you realize that the place you're in, everything you're feeling, everything you're going through, your changes, the academic stress, all of that is very normal and it happens to everyone. It kind of validates your feeling. Me sitting here can tell you it's normal, but hearing that from someone who's in your stream, going through the same things, studying the same things, is a different ball game. Maintaining a social life comes much later. You have to firstly start it. Don't be scared. Honestly, I know it can appear scary, but you'll be shocked to see how open people are to just talking and communicating and sharing their experiences and becoming friends, especially when everyone has only one, two, or no friends. Everyone wants to reach out, everyone wants to make friends, and you'll have a wonderful time. Let's move on to my next topic, the academic life and the grades and the importance of all of that in the senior years of high school. Guys, trust me, I am in 12th grade right now, and I cannot stress enough how important it is to study 11th grade properly. I know, अगर आप अभी 11th grade में हो और आपको आसपास सब लोग बोल रहे हैं कि 11th grade में उतनी पढ़ाई नहीं करनी होती है, या अगर तुम नहीं भी पढ़ लोगे तो भी तुम पास हो जाओगे, या फिर उतना इम्पॉर्टेंट नहीं है, 10th में तो इतना पढ़ा है, 11th is not that important. Guys, please don't believe them. Lot of your 11th grade, especially I'm in commerce, a lot of 11th grade, whatever you're studying in 11th grade, study in your professional college degrees and all. I've heard this from a few of my seniors, also from the people in my family, that a lot of the things that you study in 11th grade are the things that you study in your BCom or your economics honors and all of that. So if you don't study your 11th grade properly, the question is out of the box. Like, you don't know the concepts, you don't know how the sums are solved or whatever. I'm not asking you to study 15 hours a day or like 10 hours a day. No, I'm not. I do not have a lot of knowledge about science, so I'll not comment on that. But for commerce and arts, you don't need to study 10 hours, trust me. You just need to study consistently. I wish someone would have slapped me last year and told me to study at least 2 hours a day. I would have topped my class. Trust me, I got 82% or something in 11th grade, and I think I studied 20 hours the whole year combined. I did not study more than that. So if I can get 82% on 20 hours a year, I can get above 90%, I think, if I study 1 hour every day. I would also like to say that whatever you're studying in high school are the things that you are going to be needing in your professional life, in your jobs, in your whatever career you're choosing. If you important concepts, very important case studies, which you're just outright neglecting and not reading and not giving much importance and underestimating, that is not a good idea. You are going to struggle in the future. If you're a high schooler, especially an 11th grader who's watching this, please focus on your concepts. If you are a 12th grader who's watching this, still don't worry, it's not too late. You still have 12th grade. A lot of 11th grade concepts do carry on to 12th grade. If you feel like you are not sure about any concept, just go back and read it in your 11th grade books and you'll be good to go. There's like two categories of people. One of them are just not studying in high school, and one of them who are just too stressed out. There's so much pressure, studying all the time. They are neglecting their social life and all of that. And I like to say something to you guys too. Listen, high school is not going to come again, and you are not going to see a lot of your friends after 12th grade. 11th and 12th grades are the last years of your high school. After this, most of your friends, including you, are going to move out. You're not going to be seeing them. So I understand that, especially for the science stream, and I'm not going to be very specific to the science stream, to all the streams. I know that studies are very important, but please understand the importance of friendships, your relationships, your me time. All of that is so important, guys. Don't neglect that. Take out some time from your busy schedule. I know you have a very busy schedule, but go and hang out with your friends or read a book or watch a movie with your family. Just do all of that. Don't neglect that. Trust me. Start neglecting that, your mental health is going to be messed up by the end of your high school years. Okay, now let's move on to the next topic that I think a lot of people also struggle with. FOMO. And FOMO, especially regarding relationships and dating. A lot of people date in high school. I know. I come from a girls' school, and you might think that girls' school girls don't date. 90% of them are in relationships or doing all of that. And I know it can get a little bit tricky sometimes, where you're just like, oh my god, all of my friends have boyfriends and all of my friends are dating and all of my friends are doing this and they are, oh my god, like they have such a happening life and I'm just sitting at home rotting. No one is talking to me. Oh my god. It has happened to me so many times. Don't date or don't get into a relationship just because you want to tell people that you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or you just want to be cool. Don't do that. It's going to mess up your head. If you're just doing something for the sake of doing it and not because you feel like doing it, it is not a good idea. As a 18-19-year-old, you should be mature enough to realize that. See, I am not going to say that dating or relationships can derail you from your studies. They don't. I have friends who are not derailed from their studies. To understand the time you're giving to your relationship, the time you are supposed to give to your relationship. I mean, dating in high school is a very controversial topic, and I said that if you date the right person, then maybe it's opposite case and you get more motivated to study and all of that. I don't know. I'm single, not dating anyone, so I don't know about that. Just know that dating and relationships and all of that isn't your main priority when you're a high schooler. Your studies and your friendships and you yourself are your main priority at this age. Let's move on to the next topic, which is the teachers in high school. You might think the teachers in high school are very similar to the teachers that you had in your middle school or whatever. Well, I hate to break the ice, they are not. They are completely different. When I first entered high school, I remember the first day of class, our teacher was like, I'm a teacher. You can share whatever you're feeling, or you can just have a personal relationship with me. You can share if you're going through something or whatever. And you can, I don't mean it in a different way. I just mean it in a mother-daughter or a parent-child relationship. I was like, how can you have that relationship with your teacher? That's not possible. But because we've had especially in my class, a few of them have been just unbelievably supportive, unbelievably memorable. Like, honestly, teachers form a very, very important, like, the kind of teachers you get determine your high school experience. And I am grateful to say that I've got a few of them who really make mine worth it. If I ask for advice, I always get such heartfelt advice that is genuinely meant for my well-being. So that's just beautiful to see, and that's just very surprising. I hope that you get teachers like that. Importance of confidence is something that I don't think I'm the only one who's speaking about it. Confidence is the key to achieving whatever you want. There are so many opportunities that you get in high school, and until and unless you have the confidence to go and reach out for those opportunities, to go and claim that you're worth participating or doing those things, you are not going to be able to get those things. Having said that, I will also stress on it enough that building your confidence isn't something that you can do overnight or even in a week. It is something that takes time. A lot of people honestly are born with it. They're born confident. But for the rest of us, it doesn't happen so easily. You have to build it up slowly. And meanwhile, you're building your confidence, you can always fake it. Walk into a room and act like you know what's going on, or you are, for example, auditioning for something, or if there's, like, for example, a drawing competition and people are like, oh, but do you know how to draw? Just act like Picasso was your dad, you know everything. So a lot of times faking your confidence also works wonders. Like, you will not believe me when I say that, but like, saying it obviously is much easier than being in that situation. But fake your confidence. Teachers appreciate students who are confident. You make friends easier, you avail opportunities easier. The list is endless, it doesn't stop. So forcing yourself to act confident and know what's happening, you're going to experience things, and you're going to experience experiences that would otherwise not come to you. Does not mean just like being loud and being vocal and just, asserting your presence or something. It means just kind of embracing yourself for who you are, being comfortable in your own skin. I think that displays how confident you are and will make you who you are. Confidence also always begins with self-awareness, knowing your strengths, knowing your weaknesses, knowing where you excel at, knowing where you are short at. I think recognizing all those things, working in those things, will lead you in a direction and will make you the most confident person in the room. Most times you don't need to be the most talented, most hardworking, most, the smartest person in the room. But if you are the most confident person in the room, it will change everyone's perception about you. Let's move on to the next topic, which is your company in high school. Wait, is my camera data? Company defines who you are. The people you hang out with define who you are. And I'm not talking about necessarily, oh my god, hang out with the toppers, hang out with the people who are the most driven, the people who are the most hardworking or whatever. You don't need to, force yourself to become friends with all of those people. You need to identify the people who are like you and who don't bring you down. Make friends. No one is dumb. Everyone knows people who are lazy, people who are not driven, people who are not confident, people who are passing time, not interested in studying or not interested in their future or not interested in doing something productive. You know those people. Even if you have friends who are like that, you know them, but you still hang out with them because you're like, oh, but what if I don't make other friends? If I lose this one friend, I will not have any other friend. I am not asking you to break your friendship with them. When you have the right friends, when you have the supportive, good company around you, they will bring out the best version of you. And trust me, I know this firsthand. Whether they'll be calling you out when you do something bad or just encouraging you, just being your loudest cheerleaders. I have such friends, and I have had such friends in the past, even now. And trust me, it really makes a difference. You will notice another different version of yourself when you are with these people versus when you are with people who bring you down. Try to understand the importance of company, your friends group, the people you hang out with, because it really makes a difference. High school is also very, very famous for toxic friendships or toxic relationships, and I know it at times it gets very difficult to recognize them, let alone cut yourself off from them. There are so many red flags that you can identify, like when you're excited about something and you share something with them, they're like, oh, what's the big deal? Like, they make you feel bad or they make you feel insecure of your own happiness on something, and that's the worst thing someone can do to you. Being like extra jealous, or when you're like sitting with someone, this is like such a second grade example, but when you're sitting with someone, they're like, oh, why did you go and sit with them? You don't want to hang out with me anymore. That is like such childish behavior. You do not expect your friends to be talking like that to you when you're 18 years old. Like, no. Whenever you are doing very well in life, they instantly bring back the conversation to themselves and they start bringing in the competition. And when they're not happy for your wins, when they're not celebrating along with you, and it's just very, very sad and disheartening to see. And I know if you have friends like that, you know who I'm talking about. And be really, really heartbreaking to realize that your friends are not the real ones, they are toxic. But trust me, the more you continue the friendship, the harder it will be to cut yourself off from them. People have dreams in high schools. Like for me, I have a certain dream. Now, if I'm sitting in a group of people who have no ambition in life, they don't know what they don't even know the exams they are going to be appearing in. They don't know what they want to be 5 years from now. And you are ambitious and you are sitting with 7 people who have no ambition in life. Where will you go? If you're being really assertive, but this is a really important topic. Let's move on to the next topic, fitting in. And this is the last topic that I'll be covering today. It can be hard because when you are in high school, you meet so many people who are similar to you, who are obviously in the same stream, studying the same things, but at the same time are so different. They are doing so many different things, and you do feel like, oh my god, everyone is doing the same thing, but I am not fitting in this situation. The best thing you can do for yourself is just embrace yourself for who you are. Understand that this is a very big and new phase of your life, and you are going to be seeing a lot of change in yourself and in the surroundings around you. Embrace that change and embrace yourself for who you are. Don't let yourself get carried away with the things, with the people around you. And yeah, that's my last tip for the day. So that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching till the end if you did. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, do all of those things. And if you are a high schooler like me and you want more tips, tricks on how to survive, all of that, the glow up and all, or if there's any other specific video that you want from me, comment down below and let me know. I'll see you all super soon.